what tipping is?
Tipping, yeah, T.I.P. Stands for tennis ball in pool. Right?
No, definitely. What? You guys thought it stood for that? Are you guys serious? I've had years of experience tipping, and it means trying to install porn. Yeah. What? That's been your extra hour of practices?
Correct.
I thought it was a Tri-Wizard initiation phase.
No, that's wrong too.
No, that's not right. It's fun with the tennis ball. Tip. Fun with tennis ball. Hey guys, it's Matt.
Someone please kill this mudbug.
It's a sport created by Moses. You know, not a lot of people know this, but Moses had the Jews create a tipping train to escape the Egyptians.
Okay? It's pure engineering genius. He lines the Jews across the sea, and they just go back and forth with gravitational potential energy to kinetic. Mechanics 101. Oh, I love it. It works out perfectly, and they escape. The Egyptians have no idea what just happened.
He wanted to cover up his little game he discovered by making up a bogus lie about parting the Red Sea, which is clearly impossible. Tipping, on the other hand, makes much more sense.
The tipping train of the Jews was actually pretty well documented, but it kind of stayed underground till around the 15th century. At that time, people of medieval England actually used tipping trains to get through the moats of enemy castles. Since then, certain people have taken the sport to a whole new level.
So tipping, I guess, was created by some guy Moses. He's a really cool magician, I think, back in the day. He was on Noah's Ark. It was his diving board, and he was fooling around one day and jumped off. And just the idea of tipping came to him.
Yeah, boom! Tipping actually originated as a Mario Party 2 minigame. And I think some people get it mixed up with Moses, because the guy that created the minigame, his name was Moses.
It has actually been concealed through history by the lords, kings, emperors. But if you look carefully, you can see its unmistakable mark on the pages of history.
I got into the sport through my parents, who were actually Olympic champions back in Eastern Germany. You know, I keep my past to myself.
Yannick, he's pretty good. He's got some crazy techniques that he says works, but you know what? I really don't think they do. Right there! Yeah! What?
Yeah, Matt, you know, he comes into sport. I can see why, you know, he's looking for something to do over the summer or whatever, but I mean, you can't come into it 4 months behind everyone else and expect to contribute, you know. There's nothing worse than that feeling of going in under the water and knowing that Rosen is bobbling the ball.
Yeah, so I lived like 2 blocks away, you know. Just decided to, get off my couch, no more game view. Went down to the pool and saw these kids and they were like throwing this tennis ball around. It looked like a lot of fun, so I just kind of asked if I could jump in.
Did I mention Rosen? Terrible? Yeah.
Oh! Oh! Oh!
Oh!
Can we get somebody else?
You suck! You suck!
Time for a new recruit.
Practice can get a little hardcore sometimes, multiple days a week. Mez called me a muggle once. Not too sure what that meant.
I'm actually a wizard. I graduated Hogwarts 2 years ago. Shortly thereafter, I killed 4 or 5 Aurors, not totally sure. Either way, needless to say, the ministry is hunting me down. I decided to fall in with the locals and do this tipping thing. Meanwhile, I'm just scheming on how to take over the ministry, which is going to happen shortly after this tipping episode.
What's this whole deal about Max being a wizard?
Wingardium Leviosa! What the f*** was that?
Not really sure what that's about, because obviously Canadians invented magic. So does that mean that Max is Canadian?
Crumley? First time I saw him, I thought he might be a half-breed, but it turns out he's from some muggle-hole shithole that you guys call Canada, so that kind of explains that.
See, I was born in a little, hole in the middle of Alberta, Canada, Macklin. I don't know if you've heard of it. The only problem with, up in Macklin there, so, year-round, everything's kind of frozen over, so it makes tipping a little more difficult. Solid ice, that's good training. Bottom line, I just kind of came down here and did what I was trained to do. What I was bred to do. what I was born to do.
Hold up. Wait, did you just quote 300?
What? No. That was totally me.
Crumrye, he's pretty good, you know, with the whole tipping thing. He does his part, but the fact that he's Canadian is kind of a minus for me. I don't know, the word terrorist comes to mind. I thought, you know, the reason we entered the war on terror was to keep them out of the country. I mean, let's be real, bro. Get the f*** out.
Gary? Yeah, he's a muggle.
Believe it or not, I was born in Bakersfield. The issue with that was, after 2 weeks, my lungs started collapsing. Like, so, you know, we moved down to SoCal for cleaner air and my dad's job. But considering SoCal is, what, one step up from Satan's asshole, it took like 1.5 years maybe for my dad to lose his job, living on the streets, whatever. I mean, I was actually forced to join, you know, an illegal underground tipping league. And it was about 2 or 3 years of that in middle school, and I actually made some quick cash, you know, rose up the ranks pretty fast, and we were actually able to move up to NorCal. And considering it's the, you know, tipping capital of the world, it was just like all around, just a great place to be. And, you know, since then we've been thriving, and, you know, my tipping game has just gone like through the roof. So things are good, yeah, and my lungs are fine now.
Yeah, Clay really likes the Wii. I don't even know what it is, but he thinks he's Japanese or something. I don't know.
Oh, when I was born? Oh, yeah. See, I don't even remember that. That was so long ago. But I was told by my parents, you know, they work for Nintendo. I was born inside the Nintendo, you know, like lab.
Clay? Yeah, I got respect for him, but he's still a muggle.
Yeah, Clay, I don't know, his game's a little sketch because he has this whole like disorder with his hands. I don't know if he like dropped on his head when he was a child, and he just can't get it off sometimes. And I mean, pardon the pun, but like I think he watches a lot of like porn. I'm not really sure what that is.
Porn? Is that like a new Wii game or something? I kind of want to play it. Sounds cool.